This is actually simple. It's your stupid lower self that will tell you it's hard. Slap yourself. Wake up and immediately just do this. The most important symptoms of frozen shoulder is the severity of stiffness that often makes it nearly impossible to carry out simple arm movement. This especially happens right in the morning in my case, a dull and aching sharp pain. What will be the first thing that you will do? Or how are you going to react upon perceiving that awful sensation? There is two most common reactions that you will do. You might freeze up and stop moving because of the pain. Number two, or you retract to your comfortable position. Is this the best way to positively take care of your shoulder issues? The first stage of frozen shoulder is the freezing stage. Isn't it the same thing happen when you stop moving? It is just common sense that freezing stage of frozen shoulder affects blood circulation. Freezing stage literally means it will stop you from moving. Does this make sense that you have to freeze your shoulder more every time you feel the pain? I understand your worries, anxieties, and fear of the unknown. And I know that there are more people out there that feels the same way. It's human nature to be afraid of more pain. I myself had the moment of fear with my first frozen shoulder. With that experience, my present frozen shoulder does not really bothers me at all. The confidence and knowledge that I developed on my previous shoulder pain is what I am sharing to you right now, right here, as detailed as possible. So fear no more. By watching and listening my videos with your own additional judgment and critical thinking, it is definitely your own choice if you want to get into this frozen shoulder challenge. I'm all in. How about you? You have all the support. You have all my support. And I know you can do this. Again, our objectives. Number one, full recovery in less than a year. Number two, full recovery with no residual complication whatsoever. And believe me, this is possible. So if this is your first time to watch, follow me by hitting the subscribe button right here or down there. This is a journey and a process, so click the bell so you will be notified for more new uploads every week that you might miss. And if you like what I'm saying here, like by hitting the thumbs up icon below. Growth is painful. Change is painful. But nothing as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong. Do you want to be stuck? Like permanently stuck, deformed, and functionally disabled? Unless you choose to go under the knife, then go ahead. I respect your choice. I was scared. For me, losing my normal physical function means again accelerating my aging process or simply letting yourself to age faster. This is a progressive deteriorating process. For health, physical function is the most important gauge against biological aging and the most easy to measure. I care more about function than looks. Most aging process nowadays are premature. So why are you letting it to accelerate? Where in fact, there is a solution. The only one condition is you have to do the work. If you are not in the same page as me, then this is not for you. You might as well spend your time to things that you think is more productive than this channel. So move along, no hard feelings. But if you are like me, who values health and physical function, persistent, and believe that knowledge is only power if there is implementation with massive action, then guarantee is yours. As long as you show me that you do the work with patience. You have to listen, watch, and stick around till the end. By the way, how bad do you really need your shoulders to be normal again? If you do all of this, results definitely will come your way. Study shows 20 to 50% of people have frozen shoulder pain and stiffness may not completely resolve. Bad news. In my experience, 70 to 80% does not fully recover and have remarkable deformity to their shoulder joint that affects their usual function. Another bad news. Ask yourself, do you want this to happen to your shoulder? I was able to reverse and recover from all signs and symptoms on my previous left side frozen shoulder. That was 2015. I have done it conservatively using active isolated stretch. No steroid injection, no oral medication, and no physical therapy visits. Active isolated stretch was my only weapon of choice, and its one physiological accepted mechanism of action is its ability to counteract frozen shoulder major symptoms, which is chronic inflammation and scarring of the shoulder joint. So here you are, trying to freeze your frozen shoulder that is actually in a freezing stage. If this is your solution, you're actually helping your frozen shoulder to do its damaging roles, mainly decreasing your blood flow around the shoulder, which will aggravate the inflammatory process until it leads to joint fibrotic adhesion. Behavioral modification. Instead of not moving, apply the major principles of active isolated stretch. Move out slowly like a snail. As long as you move out slowly, you will not harm your shoulder. Do it symptomatically. Stop when you have sharp pain sensation. Pain and aches will usually subside. When that happens, start moving slowly out again until you reach your usual end range. This is not ignoring your pain. Instead, you want to get to know your pain and your action or your behavior. The more you can control your pain, the less likely for you to do something that will actually harm your shoulder. You want to be mindfully present as you handle your pain instead of pain controlling you. It's natural that your lower self will repeatedly intervene, like self-pity, being cranky, panicky. Your negative emotions will take over and will try to overtake your positive thoughts. Remember, you are already equipped with tools that will help you overcome this. If you haven't watched my other videos on this topic, then it will be difficult for you to cope with your frozen shoulder right now. Beside this channel, check out my Instagram Frozen Shoulder Challenge at Stretch by JZ Lee. Binge on topic like this to push away your lower self. Action to stretch. Notice that I said that you have to move out as you feel the pain. As you watch this, you are in a position of comfort, the exact comfort position that is usually more appropriate during sleeping. I know comfortable sounds really acceptable to most of you, but I know most of you are too comfortable. I myself is guilty. When pain takes over, emotions takes over. It drives out positive thoughts. It brings in negative thoughts. So before that happens, you have to know what to do. You have to be prepared. When frozen shoulder pain shoots up, instead of going to comfort position or retraction, do the opposite by following this step-by-step movement. Number 1, slowly open your hands wide. Number 2, extend your wrist. Number 3, extend your elbow. Number 4, move down your shoulder. Number 5, squeeze your shoulder blades. And number 6, rotate your whole arm. And then extend your straight arm back and behind you. Hold your position for 2 seconds. This is actually the best time to just freeze. Slowly retract back and reset your arm. Repeat the movement for 4 to 6 repetitions. This is actually simple. It's your stupid lower self that will tell you it's hard. Slap yourself. Wake up and immediately just do this. Action drives out thoughts. Most especially the lower self thoughts. I usually do this in the morning since shoulder joint stiffness and dull to shooting pain happens before I get out of the bed. Do this over again every time you feel the pain and aches. This simple and easy stretch is not just for people with frozen shoulder, by the way, but for anybody who feels they need to move and stretch their shoulder joint. I suggest doing this anywhere, anytime in your day until it becomes natural for you. You have no time and busy, right? Now you know what to do with your pain, and at the same time you can use this as frequently or during your breaks. No need to look for a gym membership or squeeze it into your busy schedule. Lifestyle integration approach will bring you back to your health better and faster even if you're busy. Question of the day: what do you usually do to the moment you feel the pain in your shoulder? Leave a comment below. Thank you for checking out my video. I suggest watching the full series of my video on frozen shoulder topic. If you are really serious and committed to regain back your function and most especially the quality of your life. Subscribe to video like this by hitting the subscribe button below. And tips and suggestion is highly appreciated. Gotta get moving! Thank you for listening. This is James Lee. I am an active, isolated stretch practitioner.